You ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals. We've been far too kind with you.
Caenis, this lady, like, whatever.
Kind? There's no need to use such a word to cover up your incompetence.
Incompetence. Oh my gosh.
Anaxagoras humiliated all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of shame, you'd throw yourselves from Dawn Cloud at the curtainfall hour to salvage the last fragments of your dignity.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Did Aglaea just told them to go jump from, you know? This Aglaea kind of badass though. This old lady, bro. Yeah. This old lady can go to hell.
Demigod, why not gaze into the water's reflection and see the wretched face you wear now?
Why not you do that, old lady? Because like you've been blaming the flame chase. You've been blaming these demigods, and that you do nothing. And all you think about is just like,
You're not only blind but also deaf. The cleaners were born for this moment.
like I don't
When
get it.
all
What is
orders,
with you
rules,
and your
and
hate for
laws fail
demigods?
to restrain you, it's time for the dagger to pass
It's
judgment.
literally just like you. Okay, so to be completely honest, this is where the writing probably falls kind of short. They keep on saying that, you know, the demigods abuse their divine powers during the Crisis Wars, and that's like why people don't trust them. But we don't see that here. If there's like one demigod who does that, I would probably empathize with Caenis more. Like I would be able to understand, like, yeah, okay, look at that guy. That guy is threatening the demigod. You know, that person is like abusing their divine powers and using it to you know, depress the citizens, and you know, basically doing all that. But none of them do this except for maybe Cypher, who does literally nothing else besides stealing treasures from like not important people anyway, who doesn't hurt anyone. So like I can't empathize with her. I don't. The only thing we can like, can't say anything, but I hear you, Faye. Yeah, cause like if there is one demigod, like I don't know, for example, Aglaea, you know, I'm just like, I'm not thinking of anything. If like Aglaea is like, you know what, forget about the people. Let's just forget about the citizens and just focus on this one thing, and then neglect her duties to the citizens of Akima, and like, you know, see them in trouble, and she's like, whatever, it doesn't do anything. Like if that happens, and I'd be like, sure, I understand why Caenis hates Aglaea so much. But she's not doing any of that. She's like good. They say that she's losing her humanity, but all I see is like, well, she's more human than this lady. They keep on telling us things, but they're not showing us. And I'm like, so these politics between the elders and the Chrysos heir just kind of like doesn't make sense. It feels like just a device. It doesn't feel real, you know? Which is like my thing, which is why like I hate this, like not this woman.
Give it a try.
Which is why like I hate Caenis so much, because like, why are you just annoying?
Going toe to toe with a demigod? We're not that foolish.
Like it just feels like just a nuisance, not like an actual obstacle. So true, Caenis is straight up worse than the Black Tide. Yeah, true, like the Black Tide is kind of like a cosmic danger, like a cosmic disaster that you can't do anything about. Like it's like natural disasters, you know. You can't do anything about it. You can hate nature, but you can't do anything about it, right? it feels like, so like you understand that happens, but this lady just feels like bad, just feels plain annoying. Like, just give her more depth and I would like her better. I would probably even understand. I would probably be in her, like, I would probably like be rooting for her in a way, though I know that, you know, we're not gonna win if it's the other side of the protagonists. But like, you know, if she's written better, if she's not just an annoyance, she's even more annoying than the old lady yesterday from Ace Attorney. What's her name? Old Bag. Like,
The dagger isn't at your throat, but
it's just whatever. See, they keep on saying, so look, they keep on saying that Aglaea has lost her humanity or something along those lines. But they're doing this, and it feels like Caenis has less of her humanity than Aglaea does. It's like, I'm just so annoyed, because like...
Your gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal joys and sorrows is nothing but a facade.
See, even they're saying it.
If that accusation holds, what makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Okay, they're addressing it. Okay, it makes sense. Okay?
fine. I'll gladly use a few more words to shatter that demigod facade of yours.
See, like, why does she keep on saying demigod facade? What base does she has to say that? I'm just getting angry now. It's fine.
Like
It's
I
fine.
said,
It's just a game.
you're
It's just
not
a story.
only blind, but deaf too. Lately, your control over Akuma has weakened. You failed to notice the thefts we arranged in the market, nor did you catch wind of the meetings happening in the Dromus workshop. Plots are unfolding right under your nose, yet you remain indifferent.
Yeah, then why? Why do should I care?
Humanity? Fading? Aglaea, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts? See if the gift we've so meticulously prepared for you can move that cold demigod heart of yours.
Okay, whatever. I can't comment on every single thing that she says, which sounds stupid in my ears and just plain annoying. Go away, lady.
In
Just
this
like go away.
moment, I only regret not being more ruthless. Because your evil is beyond cure.
Are you just making kindness evil for the sake of being evil? Oh, whatever. Let's continue.
You finally figured it out. You have grown dull. I've been holding that image in my mind this whole time to make sure you could see it clearly.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, Big Sis. I hope it brings you luck every day. And
That girl who can't speak or hear. What if she You know better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if 1,000 years ago you, already blind, had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth. Would you still have become the Aglaea?
Thank you for following Indonesian 1945. Thank you
Look
for the
at those
follow.
broken, pleading eyes. How disappointing. We
The
overestimated
alert's
your
not having
cunning.
any sound. I have no idea.
If this plan fails, we still have dozens of splendid parting gifts prepared. Demigod, would you like to hear about them?
I thought I could buy some more time.
The heck? That's it?
In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others.
Is he dying or something?
Now, it's time to let go. I should be grateful. Grateful that I've reached this moment. To let my
You will
departure
die
become a
in
path for
a
others to follow.
golden bath or something? Is that her prophecy? The golden bath thing?
Have I done enough? If I embrace that prophecy now and sink into the warmth of these waters,
That's it? You're giving up?
will the wandering wind stop to mourn me? Cyphra?
If she's giving up now, I would be so disappointed. She is cooked. It is at this moment that I really want to throw my controller away, but I can't do it because the controllers are expensive.
Look at this box full of gold and silver treasures. I bet there's stuff here you've never seen.
Ah. Okay, I'll see the story through and judge whether it's good or bad.
Come on. As we agreed, I want to buy the most valuable clothes you have.
And also, I think if they've introduced the cleaners since 3.0, I wouldn't be this annoyed at the fact that there are suddenly assassins around here. You know? They did introduce them as Caenis had threatened her multiple times in that line, but they were never mentioned by name. Yeah, that's the problem. They were mentioned a few times. The times that I did not remember, which probably is my fault, by the way. I don't think they mentioned, like, introduced them, like, clear enough, though. Because they could have, like, introduced them, like, I don't know how they could have introduced them better, but, like, maybe someone besides the annoying old lady could say that, because the old lady is very annoying, and I don't want to listen to her.
Dealing with you rich people is such a pain. Always.
True, I had to go
wasting
back and
my
find out.
time.
They were brought up then. Yeah.
If you don't want it,
Like, I don't know how
there
to
are
do
plenty
that.
of others who do.
I don't know how much better they could have introduced them. But they could have done it better, in my opinion, because I didn't remember it at all. And I doubt a lot of people did. Because they were only mentioned by one person, which is Caenis, and they were never mentioned by name. Number two, the person is Caenis, and this may be subjective, but I don't like Caenis, so I don't want to listen to whatever she say. So yeah. But I think if they mentioned it like by name, just like, you know, even in passing, probably it would have been a bit easier to remember. Because I do understand that during the Crisis Wars, the Crisis heirs abused their divine powers. And those kind of things were like mentioned in passing. But they were interesting enough at that time. And they were like mentioned by name to the point where I would actually remember them. But yeah, the cleaners could have been mentioned properly. Like, they could have mentioned that during the era of the Crisis Wars, there were people, assassins, if you would say, that cleaned up, quote unquote, the Crisis heirs. Like, that could have been said, like, by anyone, you know? So, like, the threat wasn't just from the Council of Elders. There's actual, like, threats from the citizens that they should also look at, like, be cautious of. And also, maybe if Caenis was written better, I'd listen to her more. That's like a bigger problem than introducing the cleaners.
Hold on. Your treasure? I'll accept it.
Because Aglaea is dead, and in the eyes of the Holy City citizens, her blood is on your hands.
So that's it. She just died. Just like that. She just falls and dies.
And the city is silent. And the news is probably spread by now. Every household is...
She was taken by the cleaners. You know, I feel like the fact that she is taken by the cleaners should be like a little bit more grand than just an off-screen death, you know. It should have like a cutscene of some kind. It's less epic. Like, come on. Exactly, it's pissed me off, bro. Aglaea deserves better. Hashtag justice for Aglaea.
Came back
Give
with
her a
us.
cutscene.
Well,
Also-
maybe he's heard something.
Also, that explanation of Caenis being the 37th Caenis and their hatred, like, for the crisis air passed down through alchemy and shit. That was a shit explanation for making Caenis like that. Make her a better character and I would probably like her more.
I saw it for myself. It's one of the
You
weapons.
should have made it
carried
into
by
a
the cleaners.
cutscene! You know, it would also be really, really cool for, like, this death to, like, be foreshadowed in the, like, previous patches, you know? Where it's, like, where Triby is gone and, like, you know, Aglaea's alone and she's like, you there, go out. And like, you're trying to kill me again or something along those lines, you know? And like, we would probably, and like, we would go into this being like, okay, so when is Aglaea gonna die? Kind of like, we have like that expectation, or rather like we have that anticipation rather than expectation for like when she gets assassinated. So it's not just like this fleeting moment of like, ah, okay, Aglaea's dead. Cool. Because like, I mean, yeah, I'm sad because the story makes it sad, and like her parting, her like words parting with like everyone, it's like, it's sad, but it would be even more epic that it was like anticipated and it was like shown since like 3.0 until right now. Because like, we all know that Mighty is gonna die. We all know that Triby, because of, you know, 3.1, we know that Triby is gonna die, right? We know everyone's gonna die. But like, this feels like, you know, like death for the sake of death. I don't like that. Don't like that kind of like dying characters.
Also, Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared Aglaea dead.
Thank you, Lord Crateros.
And like, we know, and like, you know, Finon being Lord Ravager. I was gonna say Finon being Flame Reaver was like, it's a surprise, but it was also expected because people have been speculating and seeing the similarities between the character, between the Flame Reaver and Finon. And that is like a good kind of surprise, a good kind of plot twist. Whereas this just feels like, okay, sure, no anticipation, no build up, no foreshadowing whatsoever. It's just kind of like,
The maths are empty.
you know. Okay, kind of like, okay. And she was like introduced in a really, really cool way too. Like, that fight with fake Nikador was like epic, and then she like comes like from like up there, and like we fight her. It's like, that's so, and like we see her with her golden threads, and it's like, man, that's so cool. That is so cool. But then she was like, what, reduced to nothingness. That is sad. She deserves more. She deserves better.